Hello there, Virgo. Welcome. Hoping all is well with you. I'm going to go ahead and do a current thoughts reading. Pull on the energy that is thinking about you, you're thinking about, seeing if they miss you, if you miss them, what's going on. Um, I'll pull two energy readings from bottom of the deck. One will be yours, one will be theirs, and then I'll lead into the reading. I'll also pull some situation oracles and a message from the universe to close the reading out. All right, we have 10 of coins in reverse. The High Priestess in reverse, Seven of Swords, excuse me, in reverse. We got the Four of Cups, and Virgo, your energy is the Six of Cups in the reverse, and this person's energy that you're thinking about is thinking about you, or you're in a situation with, is the Seven of Cups. I think you can tell I've had some coffee. Got two sevens here. Okay, we also have the Six of Cups. So we're going to go ahead and see what else is going on. All right, situation oracles here. Ship, all right. So someone here is cutting ties, tired of the BS. We got a chaser. We have a separation at play. All right, we also have poker face. So, like I said, you got quite a bit of cups. I mean, I don't know, what is that? 3 cups right there. Have the reading, emotions and feelings. Okay, so blockages as well. Your Six of Cups energy, I feel like for some of you, you miss them, but I feel like, you're seeing them in the good light of things. But when you think about, I guess, the overall outcome, you miss them for who they are, but you don't miss the habits or the patterns or the problems. I feel like some of you, there could be some sort of a lingering, I don't want to say childhood trauma, but something that could have, through your life or theirs or both, that could have kind of put you guys in a locked place where, like, it's easy to run away, it's easy to pull away, it's easy to, like, go internal, pull, like, withdraw. I feel like for some of you, it just has to do with like letting go of the past. So there could be past trauma, past triggers. It doesn't always have to be a childhood thing, but it could, because sometimes, sometimes you're in a relationship and your partner or yourself could be that parent that you did not want to be, or the parent they didn't want to be, but they grew up to be like that. So nothing negative, but it could just be that habits kind of come along. So I feel like some of you, you still have some wounds that are still healing. You could be visiting old wounds here. But I feel like for others of you, the connection could have like outgrown itself. All right. They and you could be resisting the urge to look back as well. Because we do have the ship here. There's been a worry and fear of abandonment. So I feel like, in terms of like chasing, it's more of a codependency, relying on each other's habits, or like, again, the routines you both had together. You're showing up, Virgo, as a Seven of Cups. Lots of choices here. This is a Scorpio energy. I feel like in terms of love and romance, your expressiveness may exist, but it's not like always verbalized. It could just be like in the form of like fantasizing, talking about things. You see things as multifaceted, multi options, but I feel like it can lead to confusion. So I'm sorry, that's them. I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe it's you too, but it could lead to confusion. Okay, so it could lead to confusion for you, for them, and I feel for a lot of you here, the idea here, there's like a lot of wishful thinking. Okay, so there's endless possibilities for this person to have a way to come back. Okay, but I don't necessarily think it's being acted on. But I feel like you also see them as this Seven of Cups, where you have multiple options with them, but you're not acting on them. Okay, so I feel like these two cups are really kind of reflective of both you and them going back and forth. I really feel like, if anything, this energy, the Seven of Cups energy, wishes the other energy would actually act and come forward. But I feel like there's just too many paralysis by analysis, which is interesting because it's a Virgo reading. But it's like you miss each other, but you can't decide what to do. But they especially miss you, but they don't know what to do. Not just that they can't. I feel like they just don't know. It just feels like for a lot of you, a lot of the illusions when the connection was on were shattered. So the fantasies and things just kind of did not really even materialize, even though they were known to be fantasies and just talking. It's just like a lot of it got shattered. Like kind of like there isn't even room for that right now to have these conversations anymore. The 10 of coins here, I feel like in terms of what they want, it's showing up in the reverse. Virgo, you know, this is your energy. I feel like they want you, but I feel like there's just too many disputes. Something's causing a rift constantly. In terms of how you feel, I feel like you miss them, but your family, your circle, somebody that you know, like people that you're around, may disapprove of the relationship, or maybe even their family disapproves of you. It's just something with the family and a fallout. So people that are important in your life or in their life, I feel like they have some sort of a say. You did bring them quite a bit of security, so I feel like for a lot of you, they miss that. Sometimes I feel like this is somebody that may not be getting the fulfillment and the stability and the grounding that they felt they had with you, like they felt when they were with you. I feel like generally they're not there. For right now, I feel like they could even be prioritizing just making money or focusing on like work or, I mean, it's just they feel like they've lost you. All right, or it feels like the connection is lost right now, like there's a separation. I mean, they miss you, they're sad, they're bitter. They think about you quite a bit, but there's a major sense of uncertainty, okay? Like they wouldn't know what to do. I feel like for some of you, this person may not be really letting on how they feel, but they feel a certain way towards you that, you know, they don't want to talk about or express emotionally anymore. All right. They don't want to, I feel like there's a fear of abandonment here. So I don't know if it's like, I don't feel like it's you that's fearing their abandonment. I feel like they fear a connection could lead to another round of abandonment or like a run chase situation. Appropriately, what's being hidden and blocked or what the challenges are is the High Priestess here in reverse. Moon energy. I feel like communication struggles a little bit, but for a lot of you, not only they miss you, Virgo, deeply, but I feel like they keep it, like I said, completely to themselves. They don't let it on. I feel like for some of you, they feel, I believe they feel or connect with you at a higher level that they feel like you miss them, but they can sense it, they can tell it, but it's not like with proof. It's not like you're messaging them or they're messaging you. I don't think that's happening. I feel like for some of you, you're missing the way you guys were able again to interact and communicate. It didn't, the situation did not thrive. It did not lead to happily forever after. It was on unstable grounds, but there could be some sort of a third party interference as well. Something that's kind of like running a wedge. It doesn't have to be a relationship. It can be on your side, on their side, but it just feels like a lot of the things that are being missed are based on like the connections. It's like not superficial, but it doesn't feel like, again, concrete. It just feels like, it doesn't feel like a deep soul connection. It just feels like there's a disconnection. Somebody's being quiet here, and I feel like there's a lot of misinterpretation with that. I feel like maybe because of the lack of communication, with the 10 of coins also being a Mercury communication card. I feel like with the lack of communication here, it may come across like they don't care, but they are actually hiding the pain. Somebody does care. This energy cares about you, but they're not gonna, it doesn't feel like they want to deal with it. The 7 of Swords, broadly speaking, here we have Gemini energy. Aquarius energy, a healing energy, but it's in the reverse. It's also connected to the moon, which also the High Priestess is in the moon. So there's a lot of hidden thoughts, a lot of like hidden like mental logic. Like there's things that are not being expressed, but they're they're being dealt with internally. Okay, so when I say hidden, it's more like internal emotional processing, internal emotional mental analysis. Like it's like the conversation has reached a dead end with other people. Maybe they just don't want to bring it up anymore, but there's something that still kind of eats at them. I feel like some of you, this energy wishes that there could be some sort of confession, or like an apology that can kind of just like fix things. Some of you, they may be wanting to act towards some sort of an apology, or they're hoping that you would. I feel like you're missing them, and I feel like, you know, some of you, it just feels like, again, that ship has sailed. If it comes to an apology for anything, it's just like, it feels like, you know, life has taken over, so some things have actually changed. But I also feel like, energetically speaking, your circle, their circle, or your circles together may have been like bad energies around, bad advice, causing a little bit of problems, like backstabbing, being deceptive. So there's a little bit of that going on. I don't know, it just feels like the truth is gonna come out somehow, whether how you feel, really feel about them, whether how they feel, really feel. But it's like, in terms of movement, they're again, it's more all internalized, because it could be for many, many reasons. You know, they don't want to take a chance and take a risk here and have it backfire. The Four of Cups, in terms of like advice or timeline or outcomes here, there's just a lot of contemplation taking place. Ultimately, I feel like, you know, you have their heart. Yeah, you have, I was gonna say have your heart, but you have their heart. They are truly hiding their true feelings. You know, they are wearing a mask here, poker face, pretending they're strong, pretending they don't care. That's really not who they are. I feel like they really do care. I feel like they're ready to accept a new beginning after a period of total stagnation. But there's a lot of regret. So the beginning may be just accepting that there's a way forward, but it's no longer with you, and that's just how it's going to be. I feel like they're, you know, waiting for you to make like the perfect offer. But, you know, they're just also kind of in a place where there's a lot of contemplation. It's just, there's like some sort of like a serious emotional numbness right now taking place. So it's just, everything is just in the mind. Look at the heads down, just thinking, contemplating, but there's not a whole lot of movement. All right, Virgo, so this is what I have for right now. I hope you enjoyed the reading. You can type Virgo in the comments. Let me know if you're here for you or your person, if you're a cross watcher. I'm also going to pull a final message for you from the universe. This is the universe nudging you in whatever direction it wants you to pay attention to. Your word is snake. You can type that. The description is transformation if you want to claim that. Your message is, you will be shedding old skin and emotions and transforming them into something bigger and better. Change is in the wind. You are at the center of it all as the catalyst. To smoothen the process, make sure that your intentions are clear and that you have moved forward with hope. All right, Virgo. Love y'all. Bye-bye.